Let me show you how to achieve this look with this book. Make sure you watch the video to the entire end. All right, let's go.
What's up, guys? You already know this your girl. You already know I'm late. I'm late. Make sure y'all follow me on my YouTube channel.
All right, guys, let's jump right into this Lala game. We're going to make this book, and these are the supplies that you need. You need your cover, your glue, the papers that you're using, some paper clips. If you don't have no paper clips, no worries. Just make sure you have some heavy books or something that you could use for pressure. You're going to need a wooden popsicle stick, and those are the things that you would need. So here we're going to start off with the papers, and what you see me doing now is I'm aligning all the sheets together. It's going to take a little minute. You're going to see me keep banging it across the table. That's to get all the sheets together in perfect alignment. And then that's where the paper clips come in. If you don't have it, don't stress yourself, but it helps a lot because it helps keep the paper together once you get it aligned how you want. And you might have to repeat this step multiple times, and you might not have to repeat this step multiple times. Each his own. Me, sometimes I get impatient with myself, and as I always tell you, don't rush. Take your time. Take your time. Basically, take your time. A lot of times when you rush things, you end up doing it over multiple times, end up have to redo it because you rush and you missed a step or you messed up. So you have to do it over again. So that's why I always tell you, take your time, have the patience. Like me, sometimes, like I said, sometimes I don't have the patience, sometimes I do. But try to have, patience. Take your time. So that's what you see me doing. I'm getting the papers together. You want to make sure that the papers are together. So like I said, you're going to take it, bang it how many times you need to get all the papers lined up together. That's a key must. The paper needs to be lined together because remember, that's basically the foundation of the book, of making the book. Once you got the paper lined up, you need that straight line. Without that straight line, you can still get it done, but it's not going to look pretty. It's not going to look good. And it's going to take more time, more effort when it's time to spread the glue. So I still felt like it was like one or two sheets that wasn't straight. So when I ran my finger across, it was like, no, we're going to redo this. Like I said, it might take some people longer than others. It's no rush. Don't worry about the next person. You do what you got to do. We're lining the paper up. That's a must. I'm going to stress that as much as I can to you guys. It's a must. Line up your paper. Make sure it's lined up. Make sure it's good because that's the key game to getting the perfect seal. That's what's going to help you get that perfect seal. Like I said, if you don't have the paper clips, it can still be done. It's just going to take a little more time. And what you would do is you would bring, once you get it lined up to where you want, you will bring it to the edge of your table, the edge of your desk, whatever you're working on, you'll bring it to the edge, and you will get the heavy book or whatever you use that's heavy, and you will put it on it to help it from moving. So that way your papers don't move when you go to apply the glue. But I have the clips, so that's what we're using. So I'm putting the paper clips on, and once I get it to where I want it, so I put the middle one on while I was doing the edges. and I did the middle clip so it keep my papers from moving. It kept it in a straight line, kept it in order. So this is how I do it. You might do it different. Do it how you feel. That's gonna make it easy for you. That's gonna make it comfortable for you. Everybody has their own strategies how they do things. I don't know. For some, I can't get the words out, but you get the point. You get what I'm talking about. So now I got a piece of paper. You don't have to do this as well. I do this because I feel like I put a little bit of glue on the paper, and now my glue want to give me a hard time. Well, actually, the top was it was cluttered, and I didn't check before I started. So I ain't got time to do all that. So I just took the top off, put a little bit of glue on it because I feel like I could always use a little bit than a lot. So I put a little bit because I could always go back if I need more. So I'm going to do a little bit for now, and then if I need more, I'll come back. You don't have to do that. You can just apply the glue straight on the book, from straight on it, and then do it. But to me, this is easier. Get the popsicle. If you don't have a popsicle, you could use your finger because remember, it's paper glue basically. So it's going to peel off your hand. Get a glove if you don't want that filling on your hand. Get you a rubber glove and do it that way. It's many ways you can do it. So I'm just trying to get myself organized, get it in a good position. So once I start, I can just straight keep going. Just keep going. It won't be no stopping. So you might see me in and out of the frame a little bit. That's because sometimes I have to bring it closer to me so I can see. So I have a straight, as you see, I have a straight edge. And that's the key. You want that to be straight. That's why I say you're going to keep banging your papers until every sheet is in line together. So, like I say, you want to have that straight edge. So as you see, now I'm just taking the glue, and that's it. You're just gonna spread the glue straight across, and you're gonna do a thin coating. You don't want it to be all thick and clustered. You're gonna spread it really well. Like you want to spread it till it's almost like you don't see nothing. If that makes sense. Like you don't want it clustered. You don't want to see lumps and bumps and all that. You want to spread it till it's thin. And then once you do it, you're going to let it dry and then apply a second coat. Once it's dry, you apply a second coat. So I'm still on the first coat. It was, like I said, I prefer to put a little bit down than a lot. So I had to go back to get a little bit more glue. And as you see, I'm spreading it all the way across. And remind you, bring it to the end. And when you get to the end, you make sure you get the end as well as good. So you want to bring it in, smooth it. As you see, nice and smooth. Once you get it, then you're going to let it dry. And while it's drying, you're going to get something heavy. You're going to get you like a book, some heavy books or whatever. I had the heavy folders, so that's what I used. I did the two coatings. So now you're seeing I did the two coatings, and the folder is sitting on top of it. It's actually a heavy folder that has books in it. So now I'm getting my cardstock is what I'm using as my cover. But I'm also going to use vinyl paper to cover my cardstock. You do not have to. Remember, you do not have to. You can print directly on cardstock. But I want it to pop. I'm always extra. I'm extra. And if you like me, you're going to do the same thing. So I'm pulling the vinyl paper back just a little bit. Enough. You can, normally I would cut that piece off, but we're not doing all that today. We just going to fold it down. And now what you see, I'm trying to get it aligned with the cardstock. I wanted to align with my cardstock. So like I said, don't rush, take your time. As you see, I'm just trying to get it together. Once I get it to the point where I feel like it's aligned, it's together, and I'm satisfied, then I will go ahead and then I will go ahead and stick the vinyl paper on it. So you see where at the top where I took my finger and I just rubbed it across, that was the piece where I pull the vinyl paper down. Then I'm like, oh no, I still seen some of the purple at the top, so I had to take it back off. That's another reason why you don't take all the paper off, because sometimes you might have to adjust it a couple of times to get it to your liking, how you like it. And that's what you see me doing. I'm getting it to it. I'm adjusting it to my liking. I'm adjusting it to make it even, because you want it even. You want everything to align perfectly. You don't want nothing one side bigger than the other side, or one side not covered and the other side is covered. So you want everything, like I said, perfectly aligned. And that's what I'm doing. If you have to take your sheets off a couple of times, do so. Get it how you want it. This is you. This is your time. This is your work. Don't let nobody else tell you what to do and how to do it. Do what you need to do. So now I'm trying it one more time. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to get it to my liking. When I feel like, okay, I think it's perfect, I'm ready to go, it's a go, then that's when I'm going to go ahead and peel it and adjust. So now, as you see, I feel like I got it. It's where I want to be. What I'm doing here, while I got it on this side, if I can see some of the vinyl paper from that side, then I know it's not even. So I know that it is even. So now I'm satisfied. So now I can take it once again. I'm going to rub it in so that way it's sticking to the paper. I'm going to pull the back end of the sticker paper. You need a squeegee or a card. If you don't have it, you can always use your finger. The the main purpose is you don't want no air bubbles. You want to eliminate any bubbles. You do not want any air bubbles. So that's why a squeegee or a card, you could get like one of your old credit cards or something and use it. And you just want to make sure there's no bubbles. So now we have it done. So now you know how to do that part. So that's the front. And now we have to do the back. You already see how we did the front. So I'm not going to drag the long part and showing y'all how to do it all over again, because you know how to do it now. So now this is for the back. As you see, the same steps, same process. So the back is done. You got your front and you got your back. So now it's time to put the book together. So now we pin the book together. As you see, I'm gonna move the folder. As you see, like I told you, it's heavy. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. I put it all the way down, and I had the heavy books and stuff on top of it. So that way, as it's dry, it helps seals the pages. It helps seals the pages. So as you see, you got the clean edge, and you see your pages. Now you have a book. You literally have a book now. Now you have a book. You could turn the pages, fold the pages, all that. You have a book. Like I said, I'm extra. You don't have to do this next step. All you have to do now is just add your 2 covers on it, and you good to go. But I wanted to give it more of a book. I wanted to look like a real, like a book, like, So I'm going to take my tape. I only had blue. I wish I had black, would have been better. But I'm going to take the tape, and as you see, I'm just lining it up on the edge of the book. I'm make sure I'm lining it up perfect so I have enough to fold it onto the other side evenly. And once you do that, you're going to fold it. You're going to get your scraper or whatever you have that you're using, and you're going to scrape it, because again, you want everything smooth. You don't want no air bubbles. You don't want no dents, no folds or anything. So that's what you see me doing now. I'm just going across, and I'm just making sure that everything is nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, and that's what I'm doing. And then if you have your X-Acto knife, which I didn't have my X-Acto knife at the moment, so I use my scissors, and then you will cut the ending. As you see at the end, you will cut the end. It will give you that nice crisp. The X-Acto knife or a razor will give you that nice crispy cut that you're looking for. But like I said, I didn't have my X-Acto knife, so I had to make do with what I had, which was my scissors, which was just as great. It just takes a little more time, because the scissors, you got to get into them little corners and things like that. So it takes a little more time and a little more patience. That's the only thing, guys. Like I said, patience is key. Patience is key, but it works. You can do it with the scissors. It works. So, like I said, you got it. I'm extra. You didn't have to do that part, but I wanted to have the book look. You could have just glue your covers on, and hey, it is what it is. But if you want that extra crispy look, this is what you're going for. And then what I did was I did a double layer of the blue tape. So I put that first layer, then I put my covers on, and I went over it with the second layer of tape. And then the glue I'm gonna show you. I didn't use the tacky glue. This same glue, they have it, and it comes in a clear. So when it dries, it's clear. The one that I'm using now is not the first. The first glue that you see is not the one that dries clear. But the second one, it's the same exact thing. It just says, one says dry clear and the other one doesn't. So all I'm doing is now I'm putting, like you see, I'm putting the second one on. And then I use the glue to go across that to give it that extra seal. So now you have it. This is the look. Leave your comments down below. How did the book come out? In my mind, this is what I achieved. This is the look that I was going for, and I love it. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I think everybody needs to have one of these books. If you're in business, you got a website. This is a way of keeping in contact with your peoples, with your members, because at any moment anything can happen. You could lose your website, you could lose something, whatever. You have the people information, you have their email and a number, so you can do email blast, you can do phone text blast with your customers. So I think this is definitely a must everyone should have. But leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you, House of X, for giving me this opportunity to make this for you. I appreciate y'all. And thanks for always supporting my small business. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Lala gang. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Until the next video. We gonna be out, Lala gang. We out. Later.